Da-da-da. I forgot how loud it is, bro. Can they just turn down the sound effect of pushing a button? Shut up, Clarabelle. Like, that's so loud. That's so loud. I gotta, like, I'm muting it, bro. Basically muting it. Yeah. I'll go see what I have in my mailbox. I'll go do that. It's fine, dude. I'm pretty sure I got some new snazzy glasses, by the way. Yeah, look at that. We got them glasses. We got them glasses. Because I was absolutely 100% a Toonfest attendee this year. I think I remember going to Toonfest 2020, and then no one else showed up. It was tragic. Tragic! Let me do those fancy schmancy ones. There we go. Now Toonie look like a gangster. Look at him. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Yeah, I love that. That's dope. That's dope. And then we gotta decide that I don't want any of that stuff. All of that stuff sucks. Wait. Do I have the gold rod? I do. That's right. I've been doing this for like 5 years now. Wait, it's been 6 years. Oh gosh. Oh no. I have wasted most of my adult life doing this. Awesome. Oh, I have the wrong lights plugged in. Hold up. Hold that thought. All right, I did it. I got it. I'm good. Got it. Now I got the lights going. You see the lights right here? Do you see? No, that's fine. Then I hit this one, and then I got another light. You see how the light is like, you see it glowing over here? No? Okay. But how's it going, everybody? It's your pal Mega Snoop bringing you another Toonie the Tiger episode. Gosh, what number is this? You know what? I'm going to look this up just because of the fact that I don't know if I've done one of these since I came back to being full-time. I think I was going to, and then I didn't. And oops. Yeah, the last one was episode 72, and that was back in January. And then February, I announced going back full-time for content creation, and I have not made a Toonie the Tiger since, which would make no sense, because if I'm going back to full-time content creation, you think I got all the time in the world to do this. My job is literally to sit down and play video games. When I'm not playing video games, I can do anything. Usually you work, and then when you're not working, you play the video games. But when your work is the video games, when you're not doing that, you can literally do anything else. And I've been, instead of recording Toonie the Tiger, I have instead been binge watching Superstore on Hulu. And I'm going to go do a factory for 60 merits, because that's what Jesus would do. Is it just... Who's here? What is this? Is there like nobody to do factories anymore? Oh no! This is so sad. Is there an invasion for Cellbots I can mooch? Oh, there is. You know what? Maybe I do that. Maybe I do that one. But listen, I'm doing a video. I'm here. I'm doing the video. So what's up? It's Toonie the Tiger. I promise I'll try to do more of these. That's not a promise that I will do more of these. It's a promise that I'll try to do more of these, because now I have time to do more of these. That's the plan, is to try to do more of these. Because like genuinely, I don't see any reason why I can't. I'm just haven't been. That's me. That's on me. But yeah, I could probably like schmooze some like squirt points out of this, you know? Oh gosh, looking at this UI makes me miss everything about Corporate Clash. I'm not gonna go too much into that. I've probably made like 5 million videos about Corporate Clash lately, and you probably heard enough of it. I get it, right? But like, dang, I miss being able to see how much health the cog has instead of just guessing. And then I gotta second guess myself, and I gotta like memorize numbers. Bro, who memorizes numbers? Last time I memorized numbers was when I was in the 2nd grade, and I was memorizing my multiplication tables. Was that 3rd grade? See, I don't remember anything, bro. I don't remember nothing. But I'm gonna schmooze squirt as much as I can. I forgot you can carry 7 of these in this game. That's actually kind of helpful, because Corporate Clash is definitely like, you have like 3 of the good ones, and then you have to like kind of finesse the rest of them because you can't carry as many. And then TTR is like, yeah, you can have 7 whole cream pies. But at the same time, I'm realizing that the whole cream pie in this game is like nowhere near as good as like even the whole fruit pie in Corporate Clash. It's like there's this balance you gotta figure out. The balance in this game is alright, considering the cogs don't go above level 12, and all the rewards you get, like the level 7s and everything, are just way more powerful than they need to be. But in like Corporate Clash, you have like levels that go up to like 15, 16, 17, 18, 20 even, if you're doing like an overclock CLO. And you got some like bosses and managers. They got like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 health. And it makes more sense to have these really hard-hitting gags and only having a few of them, and you gotta finesse it. I like the word finesse. I don't know where I heard the word finesse recently, but I've been saying that a lot. Finesse, 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 finesse. Guys, today's word of the day is finesse. Oxford Dictionary describes finesse as a verb to do something in a subtle and delicate manner. I think that's what I'm trying to portray here. I think probably. Either that, or it's in bridge, to play a card in the hope of winning a trick with it. I have no idea what that means. At this point, I'm probably just using slang. Oops, oh well. But yeah, since it's been literally like a month since I've done this and so much has happened in that month, I have a lot to talk about. This isn't going to be some Toonie the Tiger episode where I'm like, I have nothing to talk about. I'm just going to make something up. So I'm going to make something up now. Did you know that in Daft Punk's hit song, Up All Night to Get Lucky, it was actually written about the band member's dog named Lucky because one day the dog got out and the band member called the rest of the band members come over to his house and help him look for the dog, which is why they were up all night to get lucky. And that's a lie. I love that one though, because people believe it for a second. They're like, wait, is it? Could it be? Maybe if you carry the two. I think I'm just an awful person. I think that's what that comes down to. Wait a second, Cog. I didn't approve this, but I heard Daft Punk broke up. That's so sad. Imagine breaking up after already not making music for 10 years. Isn't that crazy? Wait, you mean to tell me that the people who already haven't been making music have vowed that they're not going to make any more music? Travesty! But you know what? I guess that's kind of understandable. Because, I mean, if you haven't been making music, you should probably not make... You got to make a decision on whether or not you're going to continue making music or not. And it's good to just get it out there and be like, listen, I know we've been quiet for a while. It's not because we've been working on anything. It's because we haven't wanted to do anything. I guess that makes sense. So, R.I.P. Daft Punk, you will be missed. And now the invasion's over and I have got to switch districts. Let's go. I'll go to Gulp Gulch. Why not? At least in Gulp Gulch, if somebody does run into me, they can't be like, oh, gee, Mega Snoop, because then they can only have speed chat and they have to say something like, jump. I don't know, bro. Not that it's too much of an issue if people are running into me and finding me and like recognizing me. I don't care. But if I'm live in Toontown and I'm just like recording or hanging out, most of the time Discord will like tell people that I'm in Toontown. And then like Toontown worked with Discord, I guess somehow. I don't know how they did it. It's really impressive though that the Toontown Rewritten team worked with Discord to make it where like your location can straight up show where you are in the game. Like if you click on somebody playing Toontown Rewritten in Discord, it'll be like, this person is in Daisy Gardens on Maple Street. And it's like a little intrusive, but listen, if you agree to have that shared, you can agree to have that shared. It's cool, don't get me wrong, that they can figure that out, but also I'm just trying to record Toonie the Tiger episode. And I figured out that's how some people were like tracking me down and finding me while I was doing this. Not too many people, right? And they would just kind of put themselves in a place where like they know I'd be running by. Like they would go sit in the gag shop just to see if they could appear in the video, or if they know I'm going to Sellbot HQ, they would just like sit in the courtyard. Which again, they're not harming anything, they're not doing anything wrong, and even if they did, this is a video, I can just cut, edit. But I think now what I'm starting to do is like, I'm trying to go offline on Discord just to record, which if people start to figure that out, they're gonna be like, wow, it's the middle of the day and Mega Snoop's online. He must be on Toontown. And if you want to think that, and then go out of your way to try to search every district for me, great. Be my guest. At least it's not popping up like Mega Snoop on Toontown, on Toonie the Tiger, in Sellbot HQ, in Gulp Gulch, right? Like, at least make it a challenge for people at this point. So I'm straight up like Seal 6 Bravo going dark on this, man.
Bravo 6, going dark.
Start clear!
It's a Call of Duty reference. I've played Call of Duty before. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. But while I'm sitting here taking on Hollywoods one at a time, I got a few different, like, topics I can go over. Guys, I wrote them out. I'm so smart. Look at me. I wrote down topics ahead of time so I don't have to try to figure something out and make something up as I go along. One topic I want to talk about, which this is always so big for the Toontown community. Whenever somebody who's, like, a larger creator comes and plays Toontown, like, it gets taken notice of. And I think, like, the benchmark is, like, are they more popular than Mega Snoop, right? I feel like that's kind of what it is. Because it's like, I'll sit there with my, like, 100 viewers or whatever whenever I play Toontown. And then you get someone who comes in and they got 200 viewers. Like, yo, who's this? 200 viewers? That's crazy. I've seen some of those around. I've seen people come in with, like, 600, 800, 1,000. And you're like, wow, that's kind of... who is this person? Welcome them to the community, right? Come in and say hi. So I've seen that with my dude Rustage. He came in with a few hundred viewers. Another guy that I follow now, his name is Mythzen. He does a lot of Minecraft stuff, but he's also like, yo, Corporate Clash is a really cool game and more people should play it. And I'm like, I agree. And that's always been kind of a cool way that I've been able to connect with other people, because whether you notice or not, there's always like these people who play Toontown in secret, and sometimes it's not so secret, but it'll like surprise you who plays Toontown. I think I made a whole video about it, like how popular is Toontown really? We may have this little small community, but it has like such a reach to people that you may not even understand. And there's no way they're going to ditch what they're doing to like come play Toontown full time, right? But they do play it every once in a while in their spare time, or maybe if something's new and they think it's interesting and they come check it out. And that's just our little way of like connecting with those people, and that's a really cool thing. So whether you realize it or not, you might have like a small little connection to a really big creator you never would have thought of before, because lo and behold, they play Toontown. I'm definitely gonna die here. Oh my goodness, what's happening? This is like the third cog in this battle. I didn't realize I could get to this many. I thought for one toon it was only 2. I know Corporate Clash has that number thing where it's like however many toons are in the battle, the street battle will never have a maximum of +1 of that amount. So like if you're alone in a battle, you can have 1 cog join and then another cog join, and then it'll never ever have another cog. And if there's 4 people in the battle, then and like 1 or 2 cog dies, only 1 more will ever join to make it like 5 total, right? Like I guess TTR doesn't have that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going off on a rabbit trail. The reason why I brought this up is because whenever somebody big does stream Toontown and that Toontown number shoots up, it kind of gets everybody's attention, right? And recently, Quackity came back and he's all like, I think I'm gonna stream Toontown. That would be fun, I think. And again, we all know it's not Quackity's main thing anymore. He kind of grew his channel with Toontown. I'm sure you know, if you're part of this community, you've heard of Quackity, you know where his roots are. He used to play Toontown a long time ago. I've been in a couple of his old videos. And so every once in a while he comes back and revisits the game for nostalgia's sake, right? Like remembering his roots. But it gets on stream the other day with 48,000 viewers and he decides to get on Toontown. So Toontown is now at the top of Twitch at near 50,000 viewers, and he looks like he's getting ready to play it. And what does he do? He opens the book and he looks at the district, and there was only 900 people online. Now granted, right, 900 people at like 11 p.m. is probably a really good number. Granted, 900 people, it would be a lot for like Corporate Clash. Granted, 900 people is also probably a decent amount of people if you wanted to do something. Like you could easily find a group for VP or be running around the playgrounds and find some random people. However, to Quackity, this wasn't a whole lot, and because you have to remember, he's been here before. He was a Toontown player back in 2014, 2015, 2016, before he really grew up and took off. So he knows that for TTR, 900 people is a lot less than it used to be. And like part of it, I guess, is also the fact that, like, you know, when you've got 48,000 people watching you, 900 is literally like 2% of that. Like really 2%. But there's like a whole clip on Twitch of him being all like, what is this? This is like, there's like nobody playing this. I can't do anything. And so he showed the game for maybe a quarter of a second. Then like, I'm not going to play this, and decided to instead go play Minecraft or just chatting or something.
What? Huh? Hello? Do people even play this game anymore? I'm just hopping around this fucking game. I'm wondering if people play it anymore. Should I just hop in the game, or should I just keep doing just chatting? Jesus Christ, it's empty. This game's, how many people are in here right now? 900. There's 965 people. There is no way. There's no way I'm gonna do anything here tonight. I might just do just chatting for a bit. I might do just chatting for a bit and then like hop in the game. I like this though.
And this specifically, I hope, is a wake-up call for TTR, because I feel like I've probably taken this stance a million times by now. I don't hate TTR. I just get disappointed in the way the games run. At this point, there's a lot that's pushing TTR to do better right now. Please do better. Please give us updates. Please do some of these quality of life things similar to what Corporate Clash has done that has made people want to play the game more. So between Corporate Clash bringing out 2 of the biggest updates we've ever seen in a Toontown server in the past year, with the OCLO and then the Overclock CLO, Toontown Rewritten's own player base going down just from lack of updates and lack of new additions, and then Quackity getting in front of 50,000 people going, this game's dead. I hope that's a wake-up call for them to do something. I was kind of thinking of making my own video about this, but I didn't want to like dedicate one video to just calling out TTR. I felt like I was a little rude. I don't want to be that guy. And plus, I don't really think they listen to half the things I say anyway. I'll make a video and they're just like, uh-huh, I hear ya. And then they just kind of go back to doing whatever they were doing. But this reminds me of the times when like Toontown Infinite came out, right? When Toontown Infinite came out, it had golfing. And like it had other stuff too, don't get me wrong. But people mostly went to Toontown Infinite because it had golfing, and then Toontown Rewritten didn't. And people are like, we want to golf though. That sounds like fun. Wait, am I like actually not able to find a group in the middle of a Sunday? It is like noon on a Sunday. Hold up. Please tell me there's like a group. There isn't even like one full district anymore. That makes me sad. Oh, hey, look, a group. Maybe? Okay, TTR's not officially dead. There's still VP groups. Let's go! But when Toontown Infinite came out, right? It had golf, and TTR didn't. And so a lot of people left TTR to play TTI because it had golf. And then like we also wanted to see what the server was about. And then literally like not 2 days later, TTR was suddenly like, we also have golf. It wasn't planned. There was no build-up. They just saw that TTI had golf. It took some of their player base, and they're like, this is a very critical time in our life cycle. We're still trying to grow our player base. We need to make sure that we're ahead of the competition. Add golf. I don't care if it's literally the exact same coding, copy-pasted from TTO, because it was. They didn't really change anything. They didn't need to change anything. It worked, and we wanted golf, and so they did. They copy and pasted it in there. And then as time went on, they're like, okay, we're going to try to make golf better by changing the engine and fixing it, and then they they made it worse, bro. It's so broken right now. But looking at the place that we're at now with them, I was really hoping this would be a similar instance where they see somebody else doing great and it pushes them to do better. That's what healthy competition is. I want to see Corporate Clash succeed too, don't get me wrong, and they're doing great stuff, and they don't need me to kick them in the butt for them to keep doing great stuff. They just do great stuff. And then TTR's over here needing that push. I was hoping this is that push. You've got like so many instances of things going on that they got to get that push. I don't know where it's going to come from. I don't know if it's like hiring more developers or if there's problems internally, or I really don't know. I'm not there. I couldn't tell you. But they need that push. And I'm really hoping that that clip from Quackity is kind of that final straw that will push them to finally do something. Maybe. I don't know. If you can't tell, I get passionate about this stuff. I do. I get passionate. Have these always been this small? Wait, hold on. Hold on. I can like barely read the laugh meters. Am I just so used to Corporate Clash blowing them up larger than my own head? So I got a big head. I don't know, I'm just not used to it being that small. Anyway, I digress. I think I've talked about everything I need to talk about there. I'm gonna leave all that at the door. We're gonna talk about other stuff now. Let me tell you a couple funny stories I had. These are actually pretty good stories because I'm an idiot. But that's what makes these stories great, is that I'm an idiot. Yo, we getting pounded. Ow, that hurts. That's mean. Is this man really training trap? Is that what's going on here? He really training trap? He really training trap, huh? I'm gonna just keep spamming tune-up. Give me these double points, baby. Let's go. Training tune-up and a VP. Anyway, stories. So, there's this one time with a box of taquitos. So me and my roommate Noah were at the store. We were getting groceries for the next couple weeks. And as we're going down one of the freezer aisles, he's all like, hey, a box of taquitos. If we get a box of taquitos, would you eat some? And I was all like, yeah, because a box of taquitos low-key sounds pretty good. So it's like this 50 pack of taquitos, right? We buy it, we bring it home, we put it in the freezer, and I'm like, I'm gonna have some taquitos. So I open up the box, I open up the correct end that has the little flap, right? And I see the bag, and I'm like, oh, brand new bag, because I pull it out of the box, and I open it, and I get the taquitos out, and I make the taquitos, right? You don't make all the taquitos at once, because that's a lot of taquitos. And I put the bag back in the box, and I put the box back in the freezer, and I close it up. Then my roommate Noah goes to the freezer day or two later, because he wants some taquitos. And he grabs it, and he doesn't see the side that I closed with the flap. He just sees the other side, and he's like, oh, brand new box of taquitos. And then he opens the box and he sees the bottom of the bag, which is sealed, and he goes, oh, it's not open yet. And then he opens that end of the bag, grabs some taquitos. Opening the box of the taquitos, and then opening the bag, and then closing it up, and then putting it back. We now have a box of taquitos that we both think we opened. Now, both ends of the box are opened, and both ends of the bag are opened, and cut to another couple days later where I'm like, I want some taquitos. So I go into the freezer, I open the box of taquitos from the end that I thought, and I reach in to grab some taquitos, and they all fall out of the bottom of the bag because the other end of the bag is open. And then they all fall out of the other end of the box because the other end of the box is open. And there are just taquitos everywhere. Taquitos in the freezer, they're just rolling around. Some of them fell on the floor. And I'm not going to eat taquitos that fell on the floor. I'm sorry, I'm not. Floors here are disgusting. And then I had to sit down and have a talk with my roommate about like, did you open the taquitos bag? He's like, yeah, I opened it brand new. And I was like, no, I opened it brand new. And he's like, no, I opened it brand new. And I was like, no, I opened it brand new. And I think he still believes that he opened it brand new, but just the way that the box was open and the way that sequentially there wouldn't be a way for him to open it and then me to open it and then me to go back and open it again and make that mistake. But I digress. Anyway, the taquitos were delicious. I'm gonna get more taquitos. I like taquitos. That reminds me, I have some tacos in the fridge. Should probably eat those. Those sound really good. But recently I had another mishap of of a story. Apparently, I'm just the most clumsy, useless kind of person, right? It happens a lot to me. First, there was the taquito incident, and now we've got the chocolate kisses in the dryer incident. So I think this was only last week, too. This wasn't too long ago. My roommate had a couple extra Hershey's Kisses. I don't know where he got them. I don't ask. I don't think about it. All I know is I was offered chocolate, and I was like, all right, chocolate. And like, I'm not the biggest chocolate eater. I don't go out of my way to purchase chocolate. The closest thing I go to purchasing chocolate is I'll get like hot chocolate or like chocolate flavored cereal. And even still, I have some of those in my kitchen that I just haven't touched in forever. Because like chocolate is good. I just don't go out of my way to eat it a lot. Ooh, maybe chocolate cake. Chocolate cake is pretty good. I digress. He gave me chocolate. I was like, dope. And then I put it in my pocket and I was like, I'm gonna eat this later. And so I put it in my pocket and I left it there and then I forgot about it. And then I decided that, hey, I need to do some laundry after I had taken off those pants, put on different pants, and fast forwarded to a couple days later, completely forgetting that I had left the chocolate in the pants pocket. And don't get me wrong, the washer probably didn't do much to the chocolate except for making it just inedible. However, the dryer spins around at very high heat and chocolate melts. I don't know if you knew that, but today's science lesson, kids, is that chocolate melts. You'd think I would know that. Anyway, I pull the clothes out of the dryer, completely forgetting about this. I start putting them away. And I'm noticing like brown spots on my clothes, like little tiny brown spots. Like this is gonna get a little graphic, and I apologize if it gets a little graphic, but it was like if someone took like their bare butt and just you held your clothes up to it and they just let out like a wet fart and it just went right onto the clothes. Disgusting, right? But that's what it looked like. There's just little brown splotches all over my clothes. And so most of my clothes, half of them, I think the ones that were like white at least, definitely needed to be rewashed. And then like I was still finding like little splotches on my jeans here and there, like a little bit on the collar of a shirt or something. And I literally sat there like staring at it for a moment being like, where did this come from? How did this happen? And it didn't click for probably like half an hour that like these splotches came from like this chocolate that was in my pocket. And I found the chocolate later on the ground. I guess as I was pulling the clothes out, it just kind of plopped out onto the ground. And by the time it was time for me to do laundry again, as I was about to load my wet clothes into the dryer, I found the other one still stuck in the dryer, like just pushed into one of the little crevices. And I was like, not gonna make that mistake again. So anyway, that's 2 stories of why I'm stupid. If you weren't convinced previously, because I am stupid, and that's okay. Oh hey, I got that one done. I actually thought it was stuck at $3.99 because all the ones before said $3.99 and it stopped at $3.99, and then I guess an extra cog came out of nowhere. Maybe this is like in English class where I got an 89 in the class and then my teacher rounded it up to an A. Like I didn't realize that Toontown will round you up to an A if you're really close to completing something. That's pretty cool. And you know what? This is the first step towards Toonie getting completion here, because we've had like 5 episodes where I've just been working on these. We finally have one of them done. One of them done. I think someone just said my name. Yo, turn that in. Let's go. 105-story buildings. Whoopee! Let's do that. Now we get to play the let's see if there's anything that doesn't suck game. 120 level 12s. Ew. Cash bots. Ew. Still need cell bots. I'm not gonna do 600 cash bots when I already need like 600 cell bots. 80 Mr. Hollywoods is almost decent. 202 faces could also be decent if I'm still doing cell bot. The 800 cogs, there it is. That's the one. We did it. We did it, team. 800 cogs. Let's go. I need 80 merits. Think it's possible to find like a factory group? Maybe, probably, maybe. Anyway, now I really want to talk to you guys about a very important thing that I did recently. I did the adult thing and paid my taxes early. I know, I'm so happy. And taxes suck, dude. Let me tell you, taxes suck. If I could just not do taxes, I would. But I kind of have to because I don't want to go to jail. Taxes are so like, because of the fact that you always feel like you're doing them wrong. Probably am doing them wrong. But you always feel like you're doing them wrong. And then you're like, I have to pay. And then if you get it wrong, you go to jail. And you go to jail for just not knowing any better. Actually, genuinely, I think you would only go to jail if you just completely like 100% fraud it, like when it's very obvious, or if you just don't pay them at all, like you go to jail, right? But if like you're off by a little bit and you get audited, I think that just means that like they send you a bill and they're like, this is how much you owe now, and then you have to like figure out a payment plan or something. So really I don't feel too bad, but hopefully I've been doing my taxes correctly for the past 6 years. But I finally did them early. Usually I put off doing taxes as long as I can because taxes give me anxiety. Like, not too many things genuinely frustrate me and give me pure anxiety, but taxes definitely do. They're so annoying. I literally have to sit down and dedicate a day to do it, and I did it. And I think I've talked about taxes a couple times before with the whole idea of like, did you know that if you're a content creator, you do something as far as like independent contractorship, you can write off a lot of things? I do that, man. I do it as much as I can. Buy a video game to play on stream, write that off, dude. Plane ticket to go to a convention for the game that you play and stream and record videos for, write that off, dude. But man, taxes have just been really tough just in general because of the fact that like I don't think I've ever gotten a tax refund in the past several years. And I get it, it's because of the whole like Twitch and YouTube thing, but taxes are just not my favorite thing to do. It's always effort, and it's always like I gotta go back and find a million past receipts to try to figure out what I can and can't write off, and then you gotta go through and try to write off as much as you can to try to not pay as much as you can, because you could easily just be like, I'm gonna just pay taxes, right? But it's almost like a game of like, what should I write off, what can I write off, what can I get away with so that I don't have to pay as much. I hate that it's a game like that, because I know for a fact in some countries they have other people who do the taxes for you. Like, don't get me wrong, there's like TurboTax and H&R Block and all that stuff here, right? But in other countries, like, they actually have government officiated programs and people who get paid to like go through and figure out how much you owe on taxes and then just send you a bill and be like, this is what you owe on taxes, pay it. Kind of like what you do after you get audited here, but they don't want to like audit everybody because that's effort. So instead, places like TurboTax and H&R Block lobby the politicians and are like, hey, we need you to allow people to do their own taxes so that we can make more money. I love when sound misses. It's my favorite. Great game, great game. As much as capitalism is nice, I also hate capitalism. Capitalism would be great if it wasn't for corporate greed, honestly. So I guess all I'm trying to say here, and I'll break it down for you, is that taxes are important. Don't get me wrong. We need to be able to pay our firefighters and our law enforcement and do things like pay for new roads, all of that good stuff. But also taxation is theft. Hate taxes. Anyway, if you're ever considering being a content creator, just keep in mind taxes. Best part of the job is the fact that I get to sit here and play video games all day. Worst part of the job is taxes. Oh, that's the worst part. Absolutely. Hate tax. I'm done talking about tax. I don't want to talk about taxes. But I do kind of want to mention the fact that I touched on this earlier. I have been doing this full time again for about a month now, which is really cool. It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed doing it. I always love streaming and making YouTube videos. It's something I've been passionate about for years upon years upon years, even before it was something that I started doing as a job. And even without like doing a Toonie the Tiger episode for this month, I still think like this month for both YouTube and Twitch has been fantastic. And hopefully I can keep that up best I can. We'll see as the months go on, but I'm gonna try my best. And you know what? Maybe next month will be even better because now I'm recording more Toonie the Tiger episodes, you know? It's gonna be a good time because we got all this Toonie the Tiger to be doing. And I got all these topics I can touch upon, and I didn't even get to all of them because of the fact that I'm running out of time, you know? Like, I didn't realize that I've already been recording for almost an hour, and I only touched upon half of my topics, but that makes me excited because it means, like, next week I can just record another one and have more topics. And I bet you between now and then, more stuff is going to happen for me to talk about. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. This is exciting. I'm excited. I love doing this. This is one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. That and eating Taco Bell. That's very obviously. Taco Bell, please sponsor me. Also, on my list of sponsors, I want Elgato, G Fuel, Corsair, maybe Rockstar. I drink a lot of Rockstars. Rockstar is pretty good. Rockstar, you want to sponsor? Do you sponsor gamers? Listen, I'm a lowly Toontown creator, but you can start somewhere. It's fine. Also, maybe a new chair. Yo, do you think DX Razor will sponsor Toontown? Bro, do you think anyone will sponsor Toontown? But looking over it, the numbers have been really good so far, so I feel confident in my ability to keep doing this. And in addition to that, I feel great, right? One of the toughest things of being a content creator, somebody who puts so much value and so much of their time and energy into the internet and their social medias, is their mental health. There are so many content creators that I've heard of, that I've seen, that I follow, who have to stop doing what they do or take extended breaks because of their mental health. like they feel drained. They feel they can't keep up with it. They feel like they have to put on a face, and it's just so exhausting. If you feel like you got to put on a face and the person that you're showing isn't really you, it wears you out so quick. I think I'm fortunate enough to literally just be accepted for who I am, because I never feel the need to put on a face for you guys. I'm just me. I turn on the camera and I'm just like, what's up? And I think just about anybody who's ever seen me in person and known me in person knows that this is just who I am. And so being able to feel great about myself and feel like I'm in a really good place mentally helps me be able to do this even better, because you know you're getting 100% of me every single time you're interacting with me, every single time that we talk, every single time that I make a video. You know this is 100% pure, this is 100% genuine, and you know I'm genuinely enjoying doing this, right? I'm wanting to record this video. I'm wanting to do a stream, and it's just such a good feeling. A lot of that comes from within though. Like I definitely didn't feel that from last year. Last year I just never 100% felt like I wanted to do anything, and I was really getting down on myself, and I think a lot of that changed around like Thanksgiving, when I wanted to do like a Thanksgiving for like my friends or anyone who's around, but unfortunately no one was around. So I did a Thanksgiving for myself. I sat down and I was all like, I'm gonna make food, I'm gonna sit down and watch football, I'm gonna, you know, grill the chicken, I'm gonna make some pasta, I hard-boiled some eggs and made deviled eggs. Dude, deviled eggs is such a process, but they're so delicious. I love deviled eggs. And being able to like sit down and know that I'm doing that for myself felt really, really good. And that really pulled me out of kind of an emotional rut that I was in. And I've just felt great ever since. Another thing I want to talk about really, really quickly, just because I can. I'm sure the video's probably already gone up, because I cut it up and edited it and put it on YouTube before I even started recording this one. But the new Among Us Jester mod we've been playing with has been a ton of fun. I already have one really, really good game from that I uploaded. I might have like another one where I won as Jester and I did a couple wins as Imposter, and I thought those are fun to watch. I just don't think they lived up to the hype of the first one that was just so good that I already uploaded. But me and my friends have been getting together again I think we've been doing it Saturdays. We might mix up the days a little bit just to have other friends be able to join. I know not everybody's available on Saturdays, but I've been streaming that again, and it's been a good time just to connect with friends and have a good time. And so I was really excited to at least upload that one Among Us video, because that one was so good. I'm trying to keep my standards of non-Toontown content really high, so that I'm not pushing non-Toontown content that is just thrown together messes. Like if you ever see another Valorant highlight from me, it's gonna be actual highlights, not like, oh look at Mega Snoop, he got another 2-piece, what a gamer. No, I want to do like actual real highlights. I want to do something that if you're clicking it, you know it's gonna be something worth watching. And so with that Among Us game, I feel like that is. And if you guys are interested, I do have another Among Us video I can upload. And if you made it this far in the video and you really care about seeing some of that extra content, let me know down in the comment section if you'd like to see that other Among Us one. Otherwise, I'm just going to be really, really, really particular about like choosing which gameplays I put on YouTube. So I'll still have like more Among Us content coming down the road. It's just that I want to be more particular about it. Stuff that actually is fun to watch. So this is me shouting out my other video. I know it's not Toontown, but it's a really good time. I was playing with my pals, Smirky, Gear Up, aka Old Gag Strategist Man, my friend Magsy, my friend Moo, my friend Noah. I think we had the whole gang there. Man, that was just such a chaotic game, and I love watching it back and like looking at the chat reaction from stream. Oh, it was just so good. It was so good. I get excited about stuff like this. Listen, that's what being content creator is about, is like having fun and then having those moments where you're like, that's an amazing moment. Time to monetize it. But I think for topics, I'm going to wrap it up right here and kind of start to outro the video, because I've been recording for an hour now. That's probably more than I usually record for, but I wanted to hit all of these points. I wanted to make sure I was getting all this done and out of the way. There's a lot of milestones coming up for Toonie LT Gray here. He just finished one task, which is great. He's got a couple more on the horizon here. 100 more for that, 100 more for that, 200 for that. His gags are looking real good too. He could probably get Trap at any time if he really sat down and did it. Sound is coming along. Squirt's almost maxed. Can train drop again at some point. But that's a lot of really exciting things happening for Toonie the Tiger, let alone exciting things happening for the stream and the YouTube channel here. So I'm excited and hope you guys are excited too. Also, I did a charity event for the Trevor Project. That was cool. I wanted to talk about that, but I ran out of time. We raised $1,700. I love this community. You guys are great. Man, I forgot like just how few merits you actually get from a long, and how some of these people need to do like 3 longs. I'm no fun? How am I no... What? I'm no fun? Toonie, go get gags. Because if I go get gags now, I don't have to go get gags next time I record this. And done. Anyway, that's gonna be it from me, Mr. Toonie the Tiger. Is looking fly as ever. My man, my dude, the legend. I'm gonna get going. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Leave a comment down below on whatever. I don't care. Just leave a comment. Or don't. I don't care. I do care, but I don't care. But I do. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay awesome. God bless. And peace.